Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check on Moneycontrol with me, Nandita Khemka, and my colleague Yatin Mota. Well, Yatin, very disturbing day for trade, if you may say so, because stocks are getting backed out of shape. You know, the Nifty is struggling to defend that 17,900 mark even, and the Sensex has slumped somewhere around 750 points. And what's really weighing down on the market today is the PSU banking pack. That index was down somewhere around 3%, SBI losing somewhere around 4% or thereabouts. But of course, the big laggards are the Adani twins, Adani Ports and Adani Enterprises. Both of them are among the top losers on the Nifty. All the sectors are trading in the red, and it's the FNO expiry day. So volatility has also spiked, with India VIX up somewhere around 8% or thereabouts. But what is holding out is some of these auto names, you know, Maruti and TVS Motor. These companies are trading with gains. The gainers are few and far between in today's session. But Yatin, among the top losers, what are the other names that you are spotting, and what is it that's triggering such a sharp sell-off on the Wall Street today?
So I think it's the expiry effect. You know, usually the expiry is on Thursday, and tomorrow we have the Republic Day holiday. So we have expiry which has come one day early. Obviously, because of the expiry, the rollover pressure, and do remember next month we have the budget event, and you know, ahead of that, you know, the expiry is not really happening in terms of the rollovers which are expected, because you know, when you have an event coming up in the Feb series, you know, traders are not really taking the positions forward, and probably because of which you could see some pressure on the markets. The advance decline ratio almost 1:5, so one stock gaining and 5 stocks declining. As Nandita was mentioning, that all the sectoral indices are in the red, especially the PSU banks and the financial services stocks, which are down anywhere between 2 to 3%.
But HDFC twins have also snapped out of their winning streak.
Yes, and you know, we have the Adani Group stocks which are down in trade, 8% down for Ambuja Cement. Adani Ports is down 7%. ACC is down 7%. Obviously, ahead of the FPO anchor book date, Adani Enterprises, which is you know, coming up with their FPO next week, is under pressure. Nifty 50, as Nandita was mentioning, auto stocks and a few FMCG stocks are doing well. Metals are doing well. But HDFC Bank, you know, that stock was gaining, and finally that stock has given up gains, 2.5% down for that heavyweight. SBI Nandita is down 4%. And let's talk about the Nifty 500 stocks. We have a you know, handful of stocks like Sona Comstar, Home First Finance, Radha Cropchem. All these result reactions doing well. However, you know, the likes of Zomato is down 6.5% in trade. Was down 10% intraday. Has recovered some bit. Granules down 6.5%. And look at the list of the 52-week lows today. Indus Tower, Voltas, Biocon, TV18 Broadcast, Idea Cellular, Shilpa Medicare, Laurus Labs, Indigo Paints, Zydus Wellness. A lot of stocks, especially in the pharma healthcare space, have hit a fresh 52-week low. So really, the markets are under pressure ahead of that big budget event next week.
Sure, Yatin, you spoke about pharma names. Dr. Reddy's and Cipla will be reporting their earnings today, and those shares are also under the weather as we speak. But aside of that, any levels that we should be watching out for on the Nifty in the second half of the session, given the fact that we had taken out that 17,900 mark briefly?
So I think 17,900, 17,800 is something where the markets usually are finding support. From the day's low, we have recovered almost more than 50-60 points. However, you know, as the day progresses and the expiry comes near, it is to be seen how really does the market take support at that level. But clearly at this point in time, 18,200, 18,100, where the market has some supply zones. So we are trading in a tight range. And as we were mentioning in the previous few videos of ours, that budget is one event which will probably trigger the range breakout on either side. So you know, budget is one event we'll watch out for, but ahead of the budget, obviously the markets are under tremendous pressure today.
Sure, 17,800 to 18,200 was the band that most analysts were speaking about. So we have to wait and watch as to whether we can reclaim that 18,200 mark as we head into trade next week, because obviously you mentioned the big event budget is there on Wednesday, and tomorrow of course we have a market holiday on account of Republic Day, because of which Yatin is in ethnic attire. And Yatin, given the fact that today is a holiday and today Pathan is releasing, if I'm not mistaken.
Tomorrow is a holiday,
Yeah, so are you going to catch that movie today?
I don't have any plans as of now to watch Pathan, but obviously I'll wait for reviews before taking any decision. Like the markets, you
Sure.
have to take
Wait
some
on the
advice.
sidelines before you take the plunge.
Yes.
Sure. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Midday Market Mood Check. But for all your other market updates and financial news updates, stay tuned to Moneycontrol.
1st February 2023, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present the last full union budget before 2024 elections. India's most awaited financial event comes in the midst of global slowdown, inflation, liquidity tightening, geopolitical tensions, and re-emergence of COVID-19. Will India look to fire up its manufacturing? Will India build a moat against global uncertainties? What will the budget have for the middle class? Watch the complete coverage of Budget 2023. Real-time analysis, expert takes all day on Moneycontrol. Log on to www.moneycontrol.com for more.